Hi, folks. Yeah, yeah, I don't know why I thought that I would be able to, like, get through this. Oh, um, feedback, sorry, feedback. I did not have myself muted on Instagram. Um, this sucks so bad. It really does, it sucks so bad, and I've got some haters already popping up in my TikTok feed. Wow, it didn't take you guys long, did it? Um And it's funny because the comments that I'm already getting on TikTok are things like, "It's MAGA time, it's deport time." Like, I think okay, we're gonna talk about the topic at hand, and I'm gonna reintroduce myself, and we're gonna do all of that, but I think where we have been mistaken and where we have been surprised is that we thought that if they knew what kind of person he was, they wouldn't want him, and that makes them want him more. They know. They know. They like it. They want it. They want to cause harm and damage because all they care about is themselves. And so I don't feel bad about saying what a hateful bunch of people voted for Donald Trump because it's true, and I won't apologize for knowing that. But hey, folks, welcome. My name is Heather Vickery. I'm a transformational success coach. What I do is help people get to know themselves deeply and completely, and then build a life that they love. That's got joy as a foundation, and I will tell you, that's a hard fucking thing to do right now, today, on this day, in this week, in this year, with the world as it is. It's hard to do. There hasn't been a lot of joy. I've been able to find little moments of joy, and that's good. Um, little moments of joy help. Yesterday, I discovered Blue Sky, which is gonna be an alternative to Threads for me. I quit TikTok a long time ago, or not TikTok, I'm on TikTok. I quit Twitter a long time ago. But, and I've loved Threads, but I'm gonna break up with Meta. And I know, maybe TikTok is not better, maybe YouTube is not better, but I can't give my time and my money and my energy to Zuckerman. I can't do it. So we're gonna slowly extradite ourselves. So this live today, which is currently on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok, this is the last time I'm doing live streaming on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're watching on one of those platforms, make sure that you are connected with me either on LinkedIn, TikTok, or YouTube. I can send you those links if you need them. They are also all in my profiles and all the places. Make sure you're connected if you wanna keep hearing the live show and getting the message, because I can't do it, and that's a scary thing as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, to think about walking away from because we feel like we're so dependent on these networks, on these social networks, Facebook and Instagram. We feel like we can't have a business without them. But you know what? People had businesses before them. We're gonna have businesses after them. We're gonna find another way. I'm gonna get myself set up on Insight Timer. I'm gonna use platforms that are already working that other people have put their blood, sweat, and tears into building instead of hustling and chasing things all the time, right? So we're gonna find another way. But in the meantime, I'm pulling myself out, so I'm gonna be posting on those 3 platforms about the other ways you can connect with me. I hope you'll stay connected. If you like my message and you wanna stay connected, send me a DM. We will find the right ways to do that. It's important to me. But also, I have to protect myself. I have to set boundaries. I have to manage myself. See, the work I do is built on a foundation of radical self-awareness and radical self-responsibility, and that has to start with me. And that's part of, I think, why I am so devastated by the results of this election, because so many people don't give a fuck about radical self awareness and about taking radical responsibility for themselves, right? It's all about, how much you're spending on eggs or orange juice, or maybe you don't like those brown people that are living next door, whatever it is. You don't give a fuck about everything else or about anyone else. You don't care. And don't try to tell me that you do care. And you know who's worse? You know who the worst ones are? The worst ones are not the big, stupid, annoying, in your face MAGA supporters, right? Because whatever, you wanna put a diaper in your ear, you wanna act like a fucking fool, whatever. It's the people who don't say anything at all. It's the people who pretend that they love us and they wanna go to the drag show and they wanna hang out, and then they actively vote to annihilate us. Those are the worst people, and I can promise you I'm sniffing that shit out right now, and we're done, 'cause I will not surround myself with all of that. I will not do it. Okay, sorry. Woo! I cried in the dentist chair this morning. That was fun. That was super fun. Um, not because of dental work, but because I'm feeling my feelings, that's why, because I'm feeling my feelings, and I want you all to do that. I wanna make sure that we are all allowing ourselves to feel our emotions. If you feel frustration, and anger, and rage, and hurt, and sadness, you are not wrong for feeling those things. You are allowed to have all of your emotions and feelings. They are all valid, and they need to be honored. When we bottle those up, when we play the suck it up and just move on, then we push it all down and it's going to kill us. So we're not gonna do that. But lots of things can be true at once. You can feel rage and anger and frustration and hurt and sadness and disappointment, and you can protect yourself. You can practice self-care. You can love yourself. You can radicalize yourself. You can get up. You can show support. You can hold space. Lots of things can be true at once, and in many cases, in almost all cases, lots of things are true at once. So, in the hopes that we would have won this election, this topic was supposed to be just about self-care in general, especially self-care as we were coming off of all of this hard work and all of this energy and how to maintain ourselves. I was like, "We're all gonna get sick when this election's over, no matter what happens," right? Because our bodies have been so tense for so long. But, now I just needed to pivot it a little. It's still self-care, right? Sometimes allowing yourself to fall apart is the self-care you need, and you have to give yourself the space for all of those things, and you have to hold that space for other people. What none of us need right now is suck it up and get over it and unity. Honestly, I'm not feeling the unity thing. That's yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Not with the people who have actively voted to disenfranchise me as a woman, as a queer woman, as an educated woman. That's not a thing. Um, yeah, I understand as soon as you have a dictator for a president, you need to move to a non-communist country. Um, a dictator is bad. Yeah, I agree, and when you start to dismantle everything I mean, whatever, the country's a shit show anyway, it's just showing us who it is, and we need to burn it to the ground and rebuild it, but I just we're gonna see what happens. In the meantime, what can you manage and control? What you can manage and control is yourself. That's it. We cannot control anyone but ourself. Taking radical responsibility for yourself is really important. Loving yourself amongst the chaos is really important. Being tender with yourself is important, and don't ever apologize for your hope. Don't ever apologize for your desire to make the world a better place, not just for yourself, but for everyone in it, where you recognize that everyone's views are useful and valid. I'm here for people believing whatever they wanna believe, as long as that belief doesn't take away somebody else's right, period, period. So I want you to love on yourself. I want you to care for yourself. I want you to protect yourself. And when you're ready, I want you to mobilize. I will be mobilizing. We will be sharing ways to do that. That will happen through TikTok and YouTube for sure, probably Blue Sky, maybe LinkedIn. It's not much of a mobilized spot, but who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll get more active there. I wanna be really clear. There are some trolls already watching my TikTok live and commenting in different places. You can't hurt me. It's already been done. You can't hurt me by saying, "Oh, cry more, snowflake." You can't hurt me. We will win. We will overcome. Why do I know that? Because we have and we will continue to do so. This sucks big time, but we will figure it out. We will figure it out. We will figure it out. We will educate our children. We will allow them to be themselves. We will support one another in our communities. We will reach our hand out and support. If you are feeling scared and alone, if you are feeling like your life is in danger, I understand that, and I am a safe person. You can reach out to me at any point, any way that you can get a hold of me. I will hold space for you. And if I can make some phone calls for you or help you find resource centers or whatever you need, let me know. I will do that. But let's be clear, I'm gonna go ahead and call it like I see it. Gen X white women, we did this. We did this. Our complacency. Our complacency with patriarchy, our complacency with being the good girl who follows the rules and does things the right way. We made those choices to protect our own asses. You did it to protect your own ass. My guess is it's not gonna take very long for you to be sorry you made that choice. But in the meantime, it is what it is. Here we are, right? So we're gonna take radical responsibility for ourselves. We're gonna love on ourselves. We're gonna hold space. So anybody who is seeking kindness and joy and solidarity and hope when we feel very, very hopeless, go ahead and reach out to me, right? Hate has been unleashed in a really big way. As you can see right now from my, TikTok comments, that's the funny thing is on live, they don't stay live, you can't keep those comments, so I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. Um, yeah, y'all, I don't give a fuck. You can't hurt me. We are gonna come back stronger and harder. And so we need to educate in our homes, right? They're gonna disband the Board of Education, so we need to educate in our homes, and that should start with real history, teaching people real history, owning our ancestors' roles and rights and responsibility, right? We have to do that. We have to do that. We have to know the truth. We have to speak the truth. We have to be the voice, and we can't be afraid to be the voice. We can't be afraid of the punishment that might come down if we are, but you can only do that work if we take care of ourselves. We can only do that work if we take care of ourselves. Taking radical responsibility for yourself and being radically aware of what's going on in your life will make a difference. It will make sure that you are intentional about how you're showing up, about who you're showing up with, about how you're spending your time and your energy, making sure that it's working towards the results that you most deeply desire. We can do better. We can be better. Somebody in my TikTok comment just said that. We can do better, and we can be better, and we will be. We will be. We'll come back stronger. That's what's gonna happen. So I'm holding space. My DMs are open for anybody who needs to vent or rage or just get support or, you know, some breath work together. We can do some breathing. Um, yeah, I'm not scared. And what I can promise you I've learned is the threats of if you don't fall in line, it's gonna be worse for you. Y'all, that's an old, tired approach. That's a very old, tired approach to everything. And we've seen that forever. You read about that in books, and if you actually understand real history, you read about that in history. If you don't fall in line, it's gonna be worse for you. No, it's not, because you gotta go through the worst to get to the better. I don't know what to say about the women in your family who voted for him. I don't know. There is no getting through to them. I don't know. The only thing I can think is that it is you're so knee deep in the patriarchy, A, that they can't see how it harms them, and B, that they they can't see how it harms them, and they don't know how to get out of it. The good girl, fall in line, do as you're told, we'll pat your head approach has kept them safe enough, and because it's kept them safe enough, they wanna rock the boat. Rocking the boat is scary. Taking chances are scary. Being risky is scary. But for me, staying here in this space is significantly more scary. I know. I think at the bottom, we need the votes. That's what I'm hearing. That's the comments. Yeah, I know. Um, I think when the bottom falls out more fully, like, as fascinating to me, the number of women who fell for, "Let's vote to protect abortion in my state, I'm also gonna vote for Trump." They're going to pass a national abortion ban. If they have all of Congress, they're going to pass a national abortion ban. That is going to happen. Be ready for it. You're not safe. You're not safe. So when all of this awful shit that they've told us is coming and that people have been ignoring, Project 2025 is the fucking plan, you guys. He's already said it. That's the plan. You just wait. When it happens, and then you're like, "Oh, fuck, I didn't really think it was gonna be this bad." The rest of us knew. We knew. In 2016, it was awful, but we didn't know what we were getting. We just knew what we feared we were getting. And now we know what we're getting. We know what we're getting, and anybody who voted for it, who did it, didn't give a fuck about anybody else. So, funny, I've never had this many people. Um, Project 2025 is the roadmap for how they're gonna disenfranchise most Americans and take apart the government and rebuild it in a way that fits really well with white Christian nationalists. Um, I can find you a link if you'd like, and, you can check it out for yourself, but, it's going. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So it's funny because, the haters wanna come on and they wanna start shit, and you can't hurt me. So, it's all good. Um, it's all good. Uh Molly Jong-Fast with a podcast series about Project 2025. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's a friend of mine. I didn't know you were here watching. Hi, nice to see you. I didn't come on to get onto this, but here, like, I'm rage filled, right? I started by crying. I opened the thing by crying because I'm also devastated. We can feel so many emotions at once, and you do, and I want you to honor your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. I want you to be gentle with yourself, especially those who fought so hard and had so much hope. I'm hearing from people how mad they are at themselves for having hope. Hope is a thing with feathers, but it is also a thing with teeth, and it is grisly, and you have to roll around in the dirt of hope in order to make hope a reality. It is not just pretty and soft and light. It is not always beautiful, but it is always worth it. It's always worth it. But you can't do it. You can't do the work if you don't take care of yourself, and where did it go? I wanna take you guys through an EFT tapping meditation that was up here just a second ago, and here it is, and it went away. For those of you who aren't familiar with EFT tapping, I'm a certified NLP practitioner, hypnotherapy, programming. I'm also certified in human design, so that's where we get to know ourselves really deeply, truly well. What I love about EFT, so that's emotional freedom technique. We tap on different meridian points in the body, and by doing that, we reprogram ourselves. You stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. You release the things that are causing you trauma, and you reprogram with the things that you would rather have, okay? So, I always start my EFT tapping with Ho'oponopono prayer, and we're gonna do that in a second, but first, since we have so many new people here, I'm gonna show you what the pressure points are, the meridian points are when we do EFT tapping. So we always start on the karate chop point. You can use either hand, whichever one you want, and this is where you speak truth, the icky thing that you wanna get rid of. This is where you speak the truth, right? And then from there, you do inner eyebrow. So you could go to the one side or the other, it doesn't matter, just right here on the inner eyebrow. Then you do the outer eyebrow. Again, you can do one or the other or both, whatever you prefer. Then we go under the eye. Again, one, the other, or both, whatever you prefer. I like to do both eyes. That just feels good. It's like such a sinus pressure point. You do it under the nose, under the mouth, your collarbone. Some people will do it like this, some people do it like this. Both things work. Your underarm, again, you can do one or both. You could do a bear hug if you wanna do both, and then the top of your head. And if you really wanna get into it, let me know. In my Spark Collective membership, we have a whole class on EFT, that's included free for anybody who wants it. And, if you've joined Spark, and I talk about what each of the meridian points, how they're connected to different parts of the body, and how within those parts of the body, it affects different, organs and behaviors and all of that. It's really cool stuff. There's some pretty fabulous science behind it. I love it. So, if you want to join me in doing some EFT tapping, we're gonna start right now. Take a big deep breath. Always like to roll your shoulder a little forward or back, whatever feels good to you. It's really good to move a little bit, and then place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your left. Repeat after me, either out loud or in your mind. Thank you. I'm sorry. Forgive you. I love you. Then we're gonna move to the karate chop point, and you repeat after me again, either out loud or in your mind. Even though I am not always compassionate with myself, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I do not always treat myself with love and kindness, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I am not always patient with myself, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Moving to the eyebrow point, one side, or the other, or both, whatever you prefer. May I give myself permission to be compassionate. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Moving to the side of your eye. May I learn to accept myself as I am. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Under the eye, may I always forgive myself. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Under the nose, it is safe to forgive myself. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Under the mouth, I am patient with myself. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Collarbone, I am open to new ideas and new ways of being, and I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Under the arm, I treat myself with love and compassion. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Top of the head, I trust myself always, and I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And when you're finished, you can gently stop tapping. Those of you who join later and want to be assholes, it's fine. You cannot hurt me. That's EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. It is a neuroscience technique for calming yourself, for stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system. For those who don't understand what that means to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, that is shutting down your fight or flight. It's finding calm. It's being less anxious. Um, it's allowing yourself to settle and not run on, the adrenaline of fear. So, fear is something I've done a lot of work on. I wrote this book right here called Fuck Fearless, and what that made the title, Fuck Fearless, means fuck the idea of being fearless. No, that's not realistic. Fearlessness is for sociopaths and three-year-olds. We have fear for a reason, and fear either owns you or empowers you, and the choice is yours. So, yeah, right, I'm afraid right now. I am, but it will not keep me small. It will help me rise, and it will help me help you all rise if that's something you're interested in doing. Oh, you guys, it's gonna be okay. There are a lot of trolls, there are a lot of haters. You can't hurt me. It's okay. Uh, I'm gonna feel all my feelings, and I'm gonna help other people do that. So, folks, how do I help people support themselves? I'm a transformational success coach. I have a membership collective called the Spark Collective. It's $18 a month. We do some really wonderful things in there. I do intuitive journal prompts every Monday that help you connect with your intuition, your self-awareness, your compassion, and be intentional about the choices that you're making in your life and the direction that you're going in your life. Also, once a month, I do a monthly content drop, maybe a recorded EFT tapping like what we just did, guided visualization, hypnotherapy session, meditation, quick win mini courses. We do weekly check-ins, we do community support and abundance, sometimes we do book clubs. So if you are interested, you can do that, and otherwise, I do this free every week. I do a live show free every week. Just come to that if you want. It's all good. That's totally fine. Um, it's not a big deal. I have content on all the social media platforms. Thank you, Danielle. Yeah, they're in full force today. It's like somebody gave them a little shot of adrenaline, didn't it? Um, Yeah, you gotta love that this host is indifferent about comments we painstakingly type out. First of all, I'm live on several different platforms, and this is just one of them, so I'm not reading all those comments. I will go back and read them, but I also have other platforms that I'm connected with, and I'm being respectful to all of those people by keeping on topic instead of being derailed by your hate and your nastiness. So, um, I Yep, I'm live every Thursday at 12 PM, unless I'm traveling or unless I'm not well, and, I am just gonna say this again for folks who might just now be popping in, I am getting off Meta programs, so phasing out Facebook, Threads, and Instagram in the next couple of weeks, um, but I post lots of content, and I wanna connect, and, I'm thinking about hosting just free monthly, community circles. If that's something you guys are interested in, comment and let me know. We're gonna do free monthly community circles where you can just talk about the things you're feeling, and we can hold space for each other and love on each other. One of my really good friends started doing community dinner on Mondays, and I love that idea, like, "Just come. There's gonna be soup. You bring whatever you wanna bring, and we can just be together in community," because that's what we need to do at this point. We need to be together as community and rise together as community. I see you, Rachel's here. You're that friend. I love that. See, you got a message today. Isn't that funny? Um, we have to rise together as a community. We have to show up for each other. It's gonna be grassroots that makes the difference at this point. It's the only thing that we can do, and, it's gonna be enough. So, I am it's funny, my Instagram is really well curated. So, a lot of people have popped in here, but there's no hate coming my way, but wow, the TikTok is intense, folks, it's intense. It's okay though, because guess what I do? I go in and I shut that shit down. The block button is alive and well. The block button is alive and well. So, yeah. Oh, and random, if you like to read and you're not a hateful person and you like diversity and you wanna get to know other people and be open-minded, I host a TikTok book club. We meet every Saturday morning, 9:30 AM Central. Y'all are welcome. You're all welcome to join if you are a good, kind-hearted person who's welcome and open to everyone. I've been challenging myself with the book club. I read a thriller, which I don't normally read, and then a romantasy, which is also not usually my thing, but that was really fun. Um, so yeah, education is important. Educating yourself. Danielle is on my in my book club. She's here, right? We love our little book club, don't we? I love that. You got the number 1 gifter badge. Danielle, you're the best. Thank you. So, those of you who are still hanging out, reading is important, education is important, um, questioning is important. Don't take things at face value, take them apart. I don't mind people who challenge me and question me, if they're kind and respectful, right? That's really important. But, I think we fall into a lot of problems when we just blindly follow and believe. Don't blindly follow and believe. Find out for yourself, investigate, ask questions, learn more. Just because your parents did it or your preacher did it or your teachers did it even, right? Doing that, following blindly will lead you down paths that you likely don't want to go down, and maybe you don't even know that you don't wanna go down them yet, you know? So, take it upon yourself. That's what I mean when I say radical self-responsibility. Be responsible for yourself in a way that is better for the world at large. Radical responsibility isn't selfish. It means that you're not putting blame on other people and that you're not counting on somebody else to give you all the answers to solve all your problems. You're gonna find a way to get what you need on your own, alright? So, I'm gonna go for today. I really love and appreciate all of you that came and that were kind and that were engaged. It's really funny because I did go from, like, emotional tears when we first started to the rage, and, we're gonna take a minute after I close out of all of the so after I close out of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn, I am going to go in and block all of these hateful motherfuckers on TikTok. So, that's gonna be fun because they can't hurt me, and I can get rid of them. Um, Thanks for being here. We'll be back next week. Might still be super fucking angry. Probably will be. It's gonna last a really long time, but that's okay because we can do this together. And for those of you who joined me, I appreciate you. I wanna remind you today and every day to go out and choose yourself bravely because you have to protect yourself before you can be part of protecting other people, before you can be part of a movement that makes a difference in the world. You gotta love on yourself. So I'm gonna help you do that. Take care. Talk to you guys soon.